So Republicans just went all in on walking the plank on the issue of health care. The U.S. Justice Department announced Tuesday that it is backing a U.S. District Court ruling that calls the Affordable Care Act unconstitutional. On Monday, the DOJ said it supports U.S. District Court Judge Reed O'Connor's December ruling that found the Affordable Care Act's mandate to be unconstitutional and concluded that the rest of the law was invalid as a result, according to The Hill. The stance backs up the Trump administration's ongoing efforts to dismantle the health care law, widely considered President Barack Obama's signature achievement while in office. So, they go on to brag about this. Trump brags about this, and he says, he tweeted, the Republican Party will soon be known as the party of health care. If Trump's idea here stands, and if it's a full repeal, 19.9 million people lose health care. To this point in Trump's presidency, 7 million people have already lost health care. Why? Because he's done so many anti-Obamacare executive orders that undermine the law, undercut the law, and make it so people lose their health insurance. So he's actively trying to undermine the law, and he's doing it for political reasons. He's a knee-jerk reactionary against Obama's policies. And as a result of that, people are hurting, but he doesn't care, because the ultimate goal in his mind is just scrap the law. I don't care about the fallout. I'm defining victory as scrapping the law, so everything else is just noise. Doesn't matter. Some people lost their health insurance. I don't know. I'll have tremendous health insurance will take its place. When he proposed Trump Care, remember going back to the debate about Trump Care? You know what its approval rating was? 12%. One poll, I think, had it at a whopping 17%. So he wanted to scrap an already right-wing proposal and replace it with, as Alan Grayson famously said, and he got a lot of shit for it, if you get sick, die quickly. So these guys are jokes, man. They're jokes. And the Democrats can and should pounce on this, and you shouldn't go anywhere without bringing up that fact. 19.99 million people will lose health care if they get their way. And also, they've been gaslighting everybody because Trump has been saying, oh, we believe in protection for pre-existing conditions. And then he goes on to now the Department of Justice is saying, yeah, we're on the side of scrapping all of Obamacare. Wait, what happened? Because their old position was, oh, you got to scrap the individual mandate and you got to scrap most of it, but there are little bits that can stay. That was their old position. Now their new position is everything's got to go. Everything's got to go. Okay, so then that means even the provisions, and by the way, most provisions of Obamacare are overwhelmingly popular according to polling, but even the most popular provisions got to go. Protection for pre-existing conditions got to go. Provision that says 80% of the money that goes into your health insurance company has to go to actual health care. That's got to go. So we go back to the bureaucratic nightmare of 50% administrative costs, only 50% of the money going towards care. Staying under your parents' role, under their healthcare role until you're 26. That goes as well. So all the things, Medicaid expansion, all of it, they want all of it gone, which again is why 19.9 million people would lose healthcare, and they're bragging about it. By the way, this is the difference between Democrats and Republicans. They will try to sell you a shoebox with feces in it, and they'll pretend like it's the most wonderful thing in the world. Meanwhile, the Democrats' proposals are great, but they compromise it away and give away half of it, and then they don't know how to sell it, and they don't know how to fight, and it's embarrassing. And that's what we're seeing right now. I'm going to get to that story in a second as to what the Democratic response is, but just know this is Donald Trump and his government saying, no. You thought I was playing about getting rid of Obamacare? I'm 100% going to get rid of it. And also, they're so delusional that even though it's a fact that if you totally scrap it, everything just implodes. I mean, the system's already shitty, but forget it. Dunzo if you go down that road. Astronomical numbers of uninsured people. It would be a nightmare. But he doesn't know, and he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He doesn't care. They don't care. Just like with his tax law. You think he knew the impact? He didn't know the fucking impact of that. Did he even know it was going to increase the deficit, which he pretended to care about, by trillions of dollars? He didn't know. He didn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't know. He doesn't care. Both of those things. So just destroying everything in sight and then walking away with a cocky smile on his face as if he nailed it. He didn't nail it. He's horrendous at his job.